I just totally lost my train of thought. What's up, guys? It's Nicole. If this is your first time coming to my channel, then welcome. It is fairly new. This is my third video, so I just wanted to film a little Q&A for you guys. So I put on my Instagram story that I was filming this and just said to send me some questions. So I'm basically just gonna like go through my phone and read off some of the questions and answer them for you guys. And it's really nice out, and I didn't want to do this inside today, so we're poolside. So, what state am I in? I'm in Massachusetts. I'm about 40 minutes outside of Boston. So on my profile, when it says like Boston, I don't live like anywhere near Boston. That's just like the biggest major city near me. What is my next big move? Honestly, I have so many like different venues that I could pursue. Like I'm in the process of just getting like a full-time job, but I also want to like still pursue modeling and acting, so it's like a struggle to balance both, but I don't know. That's a good question. What advice do I have for someone who wants to get into modeling as a career? Well, the modeling industry as we know it is kind of changing. That's definitely a fact. Social media has made everything really accessible for people that are trying to get into the industry. And when I wanted to start modeling, I was 13 years old. Instagram wasn't really a thing. I had to go to like a talent scout and meet with all these different kind of agents to get discovered or whatever. But that's not really how you do it anymore. I mean, now you can kind of just make your profile on Instagram, get yourself out there, like do a lot of the footwork yourself, reaching out to people. So basically just like my best advice for you would be to make sure that your social media profiles are portraying the image that you want as a model, if that's what you're using your social media for, because it can be a really powerful tool in showing employers and agents that you already know who you are and the image that you want to portray, so they can see you representing their agency or clients using you to represent their brand. Would I like kids, and if so, how many? I know I definitely do want kids in the future. I'm only 22, gonna be 23 in November, so kids are a while away, but probably more than one. I'm not gonna put like a number on it, but I don't know, just definitely more than one. Bud Light or Corona with a lime. If you could, would you do Are You the One or X on the Beach? I mean, I already did Are You the One. I wouldn't do X on the Beach because I'm in a relationship. Another question I have here is, would I do The Bachelor? I got asked to do The Bachelor after I did Are You the One, and I'm already in a relationship, so I'm not open to doing any dating shows. And yeah, I just don't really think I was cut out for that to begin with. What is the best Scorpio trait that you think you possess? Shout out to my fellow Scorpios. I am all about being a Scorpio. I love how Scorpios have this intuition. Like a lot of the time, I won't know why I feel so strongly about something, but it's just like the Scorpio in me and like the suspicion, like we're very like slow to trust. And we always have like these gut feelings, and I think that that is like my favorite thing about being a Scorpio, is like listening to my intuition, because 99.9% of the time, if something feels off, it's off for a reason, and my intuition is always like never let me down. It's always correct. So if something feels a little fishy in my relationships, friendships, romantic, whatever it may be, I'm always right. Can't get anything past me. You look so good. Any workout secrets / routines? So I don't really work out on a regular basis. I have like pretty good genetics. I mean, on the show, I was the biggest that I've ever been. So I get a lot of questions like, what did you do after the show to like lose all that weight? And I'm like, well, the thing is, when I went on the show, I didn't know that I was like as heavy as I was until I watched it back after. My dog's barking. Until I watched it back after, and I was like, oh my god, like that's the biggest I've ever been. And, like, I was fine with that, like, how I was, and I'm fine with how I am now. I think that this is more closely, like, representing how I was before I even thought about doing the show, though. So I was kind of trying to diet before the show, and I think my body, like, got mad and backfired and was like, no, that's not happening. So I ended up gaining weight. But now this is kind of, like, back to where I was before. Oh, I forgot my coffee. It's all the way up there. So lazy, but I really want to go get it. No, not worth it. I have ADD. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, losing weight. So everything in, like, moderation, I think, is just how I live. So I'll eat pretty healthy, but then, like, if I feel like it, I'll eat, like, shit one day. Like, I'll still get fast food, but, like, I don't eat a lot, so, like, my portions are small. So if I have, like, sweets or something, it's, like, a really small portion. One example is, like, last night I had, like, grilled chicken for dinner, corn on the cob, rice, and macaroni salad. Macaroni salad isn't good for you. It has, like, mayo, and it's pasta, so I had, like, a small portion of that, and then after I decided I wanted to have a cookie, so I had a chocolate chip cookie. I didn't look at the calories, I don't care what was in it, it was just, like, I felt like having a cookie, so I'm gonna have a cookie. But I don't really do that every day, so it's just everything in moderation. If you want to have something, then have it, because at the end of the day, one bad meal, one bad day of eating is not going to make that big of a difference. So just do what your body wants. If your body's hungry, then eat. Don't starve yourself, because that's just going to end up backfiring in the end, and you're going to end up going into starvation mode, and you're not going to lose any weight. So yeah, that's what I have to say about that. Who is your biggest inspiration? Quote, famous people. My biggest inspiration, if I had to pick famous people, would probably be Candace Swanepoel and Kate Upton, because they're kind of like my role models for my modeling career. Kate Upton, obviously, this is very well known. She was one of the first ever plus-size models to work with Sports Illustrated, and that was definitely just like a breakthrough in the modeling industry of like body acceptance and body positivity. So that's obviously one reason that she's a role model. We also kind of have like similar body types, not per se right now, but like when I was bigger, we have like kind of a similar like body shape, if that makes sense. Like we're both like top heavy, and then I have a small butt, she has a small butt. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And then Candace, obviously, growing up, a lot of photographers and people in the modeling industry would tell me like we had similarities, so I looked more into her career and just like really invested myself into researching like how she came to be who she was, and she just inspires me in so many ways. She's like a great mother, model, woman, friend, just everything that she is like as a person is really inspiring, and everything that I want to be. What's your favorite quality about yourself, or what do you take most pride in? I'm not sure if you meant this like physically or internally, but I'm going to take it as internal because I think that's more important than physical. So my favorite quality about myself would probably be the fact that I have grown to not give a fuck what anyone thinks. And that is just the truth of it. I used to really get caught up in how people perceived me, what people said about me, and now I just really just live for myself, because people are going to talk shit about you no matter what you do or no matter what you say, so you might as well do what you want to do. That is definitely what I take most pride in, is doing what I want to do with my life, living my best life, and not caring what anyone else has to say about it. Let's do a couple more. How do you keep your blonde hair so healthy? P.S. You were my fave, and are you the one? Thank you. I keep my blonde hair healthy because I don't really style it a lot. So I have like this natural, like curly, wavy texture to my hair. So I try to work with that as much as possible, so I'm not like using hot tools and like blow drying it a lot. I usually dry it up in a wet bun and then try and kind of style it from there. So when it dries, I don't have to do too much. There's always some pieces I could fix. So like, for example, this piece right here is really bothering me because it's super straight. So if I was going to fix that, I would just take out a curling wand, wrap that around for literally 2 seconds, brush it through with my fingers to get it to match the rest of the texture of my hair, and that would be that. So just minimal styling, and if you are going to style, you should use a heat protectant. I don't always do that, but just good advice if you're trying to keep your hair healthy, but I think my hair is deceiving. I don't think it's as healthy as a lot of people would think it is, but yeah. Did you play any sports in high school or college? In high school, I was a competitive cheerleader. I don't know if you consider that a sport or not. I know that there's a lot of controversy surrounding that. I think that competitive cheerleading, when you're not just on the sidelines, is definitely a sport. But I understand if some of you may not agree with me. So take that as you will. I was a competitive cheerleader in high school. I'm not sure if you think that's a sport or not. But college, I didn't do anything. I was just a professional college student. Majored in partying. Just kidding. I think you are so gorgeous and down to earth. How was your life affected from being on Are You the One? Thank you. And my life was affected from being on Are You the One by exposure, basically, is the best way I can describe it. So I already had a little bit of a following when I went on Are You the One because they had reached out to me, as I've talked about before on Instagram. If you guys follow me on there, you would already know that, but I'll link it right here, at Nicole Amber. What was the question again? Oh, how has being on Are You the One changed my life? So along with the following that I already had before I did Are You the One, I obviously gained the whole Are You the One fan base, which was awesome, and you guys are great and really compassionate about the show. So whenever I see anyone out that watched Are You the One, they'll always come up to me. So that's definitely different than before I went on the show. No one would really come up to me and say like, oh, like you're that girl from blah, 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 blah. So that's really cool. I love meeting you guys, taking pictures, whatever you guys want to do. Like, never be afraid to come up to me. Like, I'll always talk to whoever comes up to me. And yeah, I love talking to you guys. My foot is like so asleep. I need to stretch out my leg. Ow. My foot is literally, you know when your foot gets like fuzzy? It's like tingly feeling. Ugh, I hate that. Let's do one more. When did you make the choice that you were going to do great things with your life? It's not like I really woke up and was like, I'm gonna do great things, but kind of. So my mom had always said, like, when I was younger, that like I would say like, I want to be a star. I want to be a star. I was born to be somebody, like that kind of attitude. And sorry, I keep clicking my charger. And I just loved to make people laugh and perform at a young age, and that never really stopped. So I originally wanted to be an actress, but I went to an acting thing. Basically, they were like, you can't act, but you should try modeling. Like, you have a really good look. So I tried modeling, and I was like, oh my god, this is so much fun. Like, I love portraying the different characters. Like, this is kind of like acting in a different way. So I looked at it like that, and I just ran with it, and I never stopped. I just really enjoy modeling. I'm so passionate about it. I love portraying different images and moods and being able to just like use photos as an art form and a creative outlet, because I have all these ideas like, oh my god, this would be such a cool photo shoot. Like, I need to call this person, I need to text this person, like I need to get a whole crew together. And like, I love just planning out all my shoots. And I usually am like the creative mind behind it all. Like, I will literally plan every single thing down to like the day of the shoot. The photographer is like trying to direct me, and I'm like, no, I already have this vision like in my head, like this is how I want it to look. Sorry, I get super heated when I talk about it and like worked up because I just love it so much. I just love it. Where was I going with this? I get so off track so easily. Oh yeah, when did I make the choice to want to do great things? I just think that everyone should want to do something great with their life, be it that it may be in the spotlight or out of the spotlight, behind closed doors. Just live a life with purpose and passion, and if you're not passionate about what you're doing, then do something else, because your life is short and you only have one to live. So just do what you want to do and do it passionately and with purpose. And yeah, I'm sweating. Okay, that is all for today. I will definitely do another Q&A. There were so many questions based on Are You the One, so I'll probably just do a whole Are You the One based Q&A, probably with Uche, because I'm going to see her in a couple weeks, so that would be a good little special guest to have on one of the videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you want to hear me ramble on and on about nonsense once more. Yeah. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Bye, guys.